Well, continuing on, I've been always saying wherever I've been throughout my entire career, and then on the school board also, I will give credit where credit is due. I know personally some fantastic teachers with a heart of gold today. So don't pin everybody down in public schools that those teachers are all bad. They're not. But we got some bad teachers out there. We really do. We got some people that have bought into the entire movement of gender politics, equity, diversity, all these things, the DEI, they've bought into all of this stuff. And I'm telling you that they got an agenda a mile long. And when you have an agenda, you tend to lose focus. What should be the focus of public schools? Kids. Kids should be the focus. And so, for an example, you take the PISA test scores, which is mathematics, English, and science. The United States, out of the top 17 countries in the world, as far as just quality of public education, we rank eighth. The United States, we rank eighth. Really? I mean, we always want to be number one, and that's kind of a dumb thing to maybe always have to be number one. The United States, we do have an ego, but number eight, really? I mean, but here's a kicker: out of those 17 countries, we rank 16th on how much money is spent. So how much dollars we spend, we're not getting our bang for the buck. We're just not. We're putting a ton of money into it and getting less results than other countries who spend far less than we do. And the answer is why? I think we've lost our focus. We've lost our way because you have adults coming in and they're wanting their agenda things to get in there. And you know what kids want? They want education. They want to go to school. They want to do their stuff. They want to play band. They want to play sports. They want to, they want to go to a football game. They want to go to a volleyball game. They want to go to a track meet. That's what they want to do. They want to hang out with their friends and go to Taco Bell and have lunch. And kids just want to be kids. And their parents just expect when people sign up to be a teacher or a coach that they're going to have their kids' best interests in heart. And I think some do, some don't. And right now, I'd say the biggest thing that's impacting the public schools is, I'm going to give you a few terms. Look them up. I hope this will challenge you a little bit. ODE, Oregon Department of Education. And I will just say, oh my goodness, their agenda is a mile long. Look them up. The changes they just made in the last week that are going to impact your kids greatly. This is the stuff to stand tall that you got to know. ODE, OSBA, Oregon State School Board Association. It's an association run through the ODE that's going to train up school board members. I was part of it for 4 years. There's some nice people there. Do they do a great job? No. Are they part of the whole political thing? Yes. You look at the NEA, that would be like your local, like for us, Newburgh Educational Association. You've got one in every town. Look them up. That would be your union, your teachers' unions. Right now, the teachers' unions, I think, are the biggest obstacle to our quality education going on. I was in the union for 20 years, and that didn't get anybody to talk to me one time. No benefits. My wife, 34 years. Anything coming your way? Nope. And when she did need their help late in her career, did it happen? Nope. It's a political arm that's been used. The average teacher, will pay somewhere between $1,000 and $1,100 a year in union dues. Add that up. That's a lot of money. A large bulk of that money goes to very progressive, democratic type causes. They donate hundreds of millions of dollars a year to causes all over the country. Peter DeFazio, who has been a state representative for quite a long time, received $734,000 in union donations at the last election cycle. The man he ran against, who was the guy on the train who saved the people over in France, that guy, much younger, totally new to the political game. Great guy, met him twice. Can he upset like somebody that's a strong incumbent like in a Peter DeFazio, especially in Oregon? Probably not. He got $500 from unions. $500 for him, $734,000 to Peter DeFazio. And the unions support that all the time. So, public education right now, where are we at with it? They want less discipline. They're putting less standards on for graduation rates, for test scores. They're lowering the standards so in the name of diversity, everybody can pass. And you know what? What really just ticks me off more than anything is being a kid from a poor family. I did everything I could to fight to keep up with all the kids that so-called had money. And then what I found out later is some of those kids I thought so-called had money really didn't have that much. but there was always that competition that we had to, fight for everything we had. I didn't let coming from a poor family hold me down. And I believe that we're insulting people by telling them that we're going to give them stuff because of the color of their skin, because of what kind of family they're from. Don't tell me I can't do something. I'm going to go get it done. And I don't need somebody to tell me that I need your handout. They don't. Everybody's capable. The United States of America provides more opportunities than any other country in the world. Right here, right now, we have the freedom still to go get just about anything done if we want to work hard. And working hard is the key. Working hard, you'll make some mistakes, you'll get knocked down, but you get back up in the United States and you can make something happen. From there, I'm going to transition quickly over into politics right now. And probably my big thing right now in the politics is going to be the border. Man, oh man. We've got thousands and tens of thousands of men, not families. These aren't people that are farmers from Central America, Mexico, coming over our borders. You got tens of thousands of men coming from China. They're coming from Russia. They're coming from Syria. They're coming from Africa. And these are all military-age men. They all look like they're in their 20s and 30s. And you got to go, why? Why would we allow that to happen? Why have we got the worst immigration we've ever had? And in fairness to President Biden, we've never had a good immigration system since I've been alive. It's been poor all along. And why haven't we fixed it? But the one thing a country has to do is protect their borders. You're seeing it in Ukraine and Russia, the borders. You're seeing it in Israel and Gaza, protecting the borders. United States, we don't care. Anybody can come in. 8 million people have come across that border. It's one of the worst, I think, disasters we've ever put ourselves into. But you got to think why. Ask your question this of yourself. Why are we allowing all these young men to come in? Have they got good intentions? We know we're catching some of them down there that are on the terrorist list. We know that they've tried to bring in certain kinds of bombs and weapons. We know that they don't all have good intentions. And where are they going? We don't know. They're going all over the United States. Why? We think we're so protected here in the United States, and yet we are just allowing this to happen. You don't sit back, and I don't sit back and just leave your front door wide open and have people just walk in the door and get in the refrigerator and eat any food they want and, sleep for a couple days and just hang out. We don't allow that. We have doors, we put a lock on it, and we keep ourselves safe. We're not keeping ourselves safe on the border. Who's making these decisions to do this? It's not Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Somebody else is pulling the strings on this thing, and there's a sinister thing behind it. And everybody needs to be calling their congressman, sending out emails, calling. Everybody needs to get involved in this and say why. This is a bad deal, folks. Bad deal. We need to really get after the root cause of this. And I'm mad, even being a Republican voter, that the Republicans aren't doing more about this. Why aren't they doing more about the border? Why aren't we closing the borders in Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, and California? Why? What is the reason we're just allowing this to happen? We're talking about a big, tall fence or whatever. It would be easy to close the borders down. And we can't afford to house all these people. We just can't. We don't have the money to do it. Ask New York, ask Chicago, ask Milwaukee, ask L.A., ask San Francisco. We can't afford to do what we're doing. These people are coming in, not only over our border, they get a whole bunch of money to help sustain them. And so why are we doing that? Ask the question why.
Be sure to follow us online at standtallwithdavebrowns.com.